Technology is a powerful tool, but can it predict the unpredictable? Just like humans, technology can make mistakes too. However, unlike humans, technology lacks instincts. Hi, my name is Adrian, and today I want to talk about the real risk of fully autonomous vehicles and why this risk outweigh the potential benefits for everyday people. Let's be honest. Hawaii's roads and drivers aren't the best. There are accidents almost every day, and each one leads to more traffic. However, widespread production of fully automated vehicles will not be the answer. I may not have a PhD on this topic, but I conducted extensive research using appropriate references, leading thinkers, and researchers. In the next few minutes, I will be addressing why the risk of fully driverless vehicles are currently greater than their potential benefits for everyday driver. First, I'll talk about why it's hard for driverless cars to handle unpredictable situations. Second, I'll go over some real accidents involving fully autonomous vehicles. And then third, I will discuss the impact of the widespread deployment of consumer-grade fully driverless vehicles on the workforce. So let's start by taking a deep dive into the problem. First, I'll explain why unpredictable behavior is challenging for driverless cars to handle. Safety engineer Cummings says that they struggle to perform even basic operations when the road does not match their training data. Here's a brief look at driverless cars' real time data processing and decision making in critical scenarios. Okay. These cars rely on technologies such as LiDAR, radar, and cameras. If any of these stop working or make a mistake, it can be dangerous. For example, for example, it radar might miss another car due to interference, or a camera might misread a traffic light in bad weather. Even though these cars use several sensors, just one problem can still lead to unsafe decisions. Now that you know why unpredictable situations are challenging for driverless cars, let's look at some accident cases involving fully autonomous vehicles. Self driving cars have been involved in several high profile accidents, underscoring the limits and risk of AI navigation. Here are three examples that stands out. So in 2018, there's an Uber fatal accident in Tempe, Arizona. So in March 2018, an Uber self-driving car struck and killed a pedestrian in Arizona. In May 2016, a Tesla Model S operating on autopilot mode collided with a tractor trailer in Florida, resulting in the death of the Tesla driver. In 2021, a Waymo autonomous vehicle narrowly avoided a collision when it encountered an unexpected situation on a busy urban street. So now that we've discussed accident cases involving fully autonomous vehicles, let's move to our final point: the impact of widely deploying consumer-grade, fully driverless vehicles on the workforce. For my last point, I want to discuss the impact of the widespread deployment of consumer-grade fully driverless vehicles on the workforce. As self-driving technology advances, roles traditionally filled by professional drivers may become redundant. This could affect millions of workers who rely on driving for their livelihoods. So, industries such as trucking, taxi services, and delivery are likely to experience substantial job displacement as AVs replace human drivers. In the US, the Department of Commerce estimates that 1 in 9 workers is currently in an occupation that will be affected by the introduction of AVs. I hope that you were able to take something new about the risk of putting fully driverless cars on the road for everyday consumers. To quickly recap, I covered how unpredictable behaviors would be challenging to navigate with driverless vehicles. And then I went over some accident cases involving fully autonomous vehicles and the impact of widespread deployment of consumer grade fully driverless cars on the workforce. Instead of focusing on deploying sorry on developing a widespread network of fully autonomous vehicles, we should focus on educating and enforcing safer driving habits. Drivers are people, and to respond to the unexpected, we need human intervention. Thank you for listening and have a good day.